you trying to sell something?
Selling. Very good, very good. Oh, wicked. You're wicked, eh? Know what I mean? Nudge. Know what I mean? Nudge. Say no more.
A classic sketch from the first season of Monty Python's Flying Circus starring the incomparable Eric Idle. Often imitated but never surpassed, Python set the standard for a slew of British comedies that went on to air on PBS. Now, 42 years after Python debuted on WNET, Eric Idle is back on PBS, this time with a comedy special that sets out to do nothing less than explain the birth of the universe in 1 hour as a musical. I think it's safe to say you've never seen anything like it before. Here's a look.
There are Sauvignons and Pinots in the Higgs boson. There are Bonos, Yoko Onos, Brian Enos, Cappuccinos, Latinas and Latinos in the Higgs boson. There are blue ones, there are blue ones in the Higgs boson. There are many, there are few ones in the Higgs boson. There are gold ones, there are blue ones, there are old ones, there are new ones. We haven't got a clue what's in the Higgs boson.
And joining me now is legendary actor, comedian, composer, and now apparently scientist, Eric Idle. Eric, thanks so much for joining us. It's a thrill to talk to you.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Now, Eric, of all the subjects to tackle in a 1 hour musical comedy sketch show, you chose the history of the entire universe. You think that maybe you could have chosen something a little less ambitious?
Well, we'd already tackled the meaning of life, don't forget, and we did actually take on Christianity, I think, slightly. So there's very few big subjects left. So I did spend 3 years writing Death the Musical, but nobody wanted to see that.
Now, you know, Eric, no one will be surprised to learn that this is a very, very funny show. But as at least one reviewer said, there really is a lot of science crammed into this 1 hour. So what is the show? Is it really an astronomy physics lesson dressed up as entertainment, or is it entertainment that uses science as a running gag line?
Well, it's really a science panto. I mean, everything that we say about science is true. And there's really a real astronaut, Tim Peake from the ISS, who comes on. And Professor Brian Cox is a real scientist who works at CERN, Manchester. And so, I mean, the gag is really a gag on him. I've got him coming in to do a lecture on science, and he doesn't know that we prepared it as a musical. So every time he starts to do a serious subject like the Big Bang, we just bounce into a terrible song and dance routine. So it's a bit like having your cake and eating it. You know, it's a bit fake. It's super positive, super positional, as we say about Schrödinger's cat. So Schrödinger's cat does appear as a pantomime cat, and it plays with, you know, people are very interested in science now. The scientists are the new chefs, and you know, it's fascinating. The universe is fascinating. Most of it you wouldn't believe if somebody told you. No. I mean, it sounds ridiculous. Yeah. But it's what we think of as the facts at the moment. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Brian Cox. You know, he's kind of like a combination of Bill Nye, the science guy, plus one of the guys from the rock group Oasis. That's what he looks like. Now, in reality, how did you two get together? How did you talk him into doing this thing?
Well, he came to see a recording of a play I was doing here in LA called What About Dick, which we were recording with Eddie Izzard and various very, very funny English comedians. And he loved it. And we got talking science, because I'm very, very fond of science. And I spent a lot of time reading about it and looking at the universe. And so it's very useful to have a scientist as a friend to explain things to you, like quantum mechanics, for heaven's sake. And so we actually got him involved in the Python reunion at O2, where he comes on and questions the lyrics of my Galaxy song. Yes. And I actually got Stephen Hawking to run him over in his wheelchair.
Well, let's talk about your interest in this really mind-blowing vastness of the universe. As you said, I mean, it's a subject of your famous Galaxy song that appears in The Meaning of Life. And you reprise it here as you have in other places. What is it about this mind-bending vastness of the universe that captures your interest, that interests you so?
Well, I think by the time you leave the planet, you should know at least what we think to be true or hold as far as we can possibly tell. There's going to be many more things discovered. It's going to be too late for you. So I think there's that obligation. And it's also fascinating. It is so amazingly big. And it's very reassuring to know that no stars will ever hear of Donald Trump. Just too big, you know. You've got to be a piece of dust long before it will have even, you know, passed anywhere near. So this is all good news.
But you know, when you think about it, when you stop laughing and you think about what we're learning here and what we're seeing once again about the vastness of the universe, what's your take? Should that vastness make us feel puny and extremely humble, or should we take some pride in the fact that we have been able, in our puny minds, to comprehend so much of it, even though most of it we don't know about?
I think both. I think that, and I also find that as the older you get, it's actually rather reassuring because it is so vast, and yet we do have a picture of it. It's 93 billion light years across, I mean, and expanding. And we've only just discovered dark matter, and we have no idea what it is. Mm-hmm. And that's increasing the expansion of the universe. So we have no idea how it'll end, except it probably will, but nothing we have to worry about. because, and so I do find it calming. And I find it interesting, and I find it intelligent, and it's a great antidote to superstition and people telling you, you know, God wants Roy Moore in the Senate. I find it very grounding because there's something you can actually say, this is real, you know, whereas most other things are either opinions or news items. So I think it is calming, and I think young people are really fascinated by it now, today.
So, you know, you don't seem to be pulling any punches with your jokes in this 1 hour special. I mean, it's very Pythonesque in that sense. But not too long ago, I had the opportunity to speak to your comrade, John Cleese, and he says that that Python wouldn't be able to be created now because of the political correctness of our times. Do you agree with that?
I'm not sure that's true. I mean, we watch an awful lot of comedy which seems incorrect, from Bill Maher, you know, and Trevor Noah, and John Oliver. There's an enormous amount of good comedy on, and I think that nowadays we've learned to take our news through comedy. It's the only thing we trust anymore. I think that Python still wouldn't be on network television. We've never been on network television. We were on PBS for 20, 25 years, and we would never have been seen but for PBS. So we're all enormously grateful to PBS for that. And we were very fortunate because in no other form would it have been in America.
So you don't worry about any particular joke now more than you ever did. Maybe this is not going to be taken so well.
I worry about it on a daily basis because I make jokes still. I think that we've got into a slightly cautious period, and we have to be careful not to become puritanical about comedy. So that, oh, you shouldn't say that, you know. I think you should always say what you shouldn't say. I think that's the whole point. The whole point of comedy is saying the right thing at the wrong time.
You know, of all the Python members, you were the most musically inclined. The hit show Spamalot was your creation. Does that mean that music pays better than comedy?
Certainly a musical plays better than comedy, for sure. And I just learned that actually, extraordinarily, since 2008, Spamalot is now played to 25 million people.
Wow.
Around the world, which is, to me, a mind-boggling fact. Right. And so it's, you know, it's nice that. I mean, I like that. I like people like that show that we derive from that film. Well,
the entire universe in 1 hour, a musical, is coming up. It's a wonderful show. I hope a lot of people see it. Eric, thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thanks very much for having me.
Well, as I said, Eric Idle's The Entire Universe airs December 22nd at 10 p.m. on PBS. Check your local listings for additional viewing opportunities.